Hare Krishna. So, someone asked me this question, so I thought I'll just share. So, I was born and brought up in a small town called Kluang, Johor, Malaysia. And, well, I could say now that I remember when I was young, I and my brother used to play a game on our computer called GTA, Grand Theft Auto. It was GTA 2, London 1969. And I guess that would be my first touch of Krishna consciousness because in that game we will drive cars and rob and kill and all this as games are very kid friendly. So there was ones that we'll see orange men walking around the street, and if you run over all of them, including their leader, the screen would pop out with the word Gauranga, 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 like that. So, you'll get a huge bonus that if you hit kill everyone, Gauranga, the screen will come out and points will fly like anything. So I and my brother, we'd play. I especially was very good at the game, looking for the Gauranga men. Anyways, that was the first touch. After I finished my secondary school and I was applying for various universities, at the time I felt a little bored. I was sitting at home. Some people did job, part-time work. I did not. I just stayed at home. I felt so bored. I just thought one day to myself, I and my friend, I said like, want to go and shave my head. So I remember went to the local barber and I had a very small, shave one number cut, shave my head, and I came back. And at home we were just, I was studying, reading other things, reading books here and there. And one day I opened up my father's cupboard, and in behind the cupboard I found a Bhagavad Gita. So then I remember that my father, who used to attend many temple functions, and I think some Hare Krishna ISKCON people were kept booth, I remember, and they would always, say, give donation, and then when you give, they give you a book. So my father got a few books like that, but he felt they are always very dangerous, so he kept it in the cupboard, locked it behind. But after I finished my secondary school, I had a few months before university. So I just picked up this Bhagavad Gita and I was reading it, and I was, a whole life just prayed to Lord Shiva and Lord Ganpati. I was not really of a fan of Krishna or Rama. And then I started reading and seeing that every page, every text, every purport was just talking about Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. So I kind of felt, it was so biased. And then I said, okay, let's see. So I reached up to the fourth chapter where it kind of spoke about the history of this conversation. Krishna says that I spoke this knowledge to the sun god millions and millions of years ago, and Prabhupada in the purport is writing all the calculations. And I'm like, wait, this is too much. So I go and pick up my World Book Encyclopedia, start looking at the history of the world and start trying to calculate and find out how can this be more than this history of the world, something wrong. Anyways, I miserably get confused. I give up the Bhagavad Gita and I took up another book which is called Ishopanishad. Now this book was a little of a changer for me. When I saw this book, I was so amazed at the cover. It was a white border cover with a photo of Mahavishnu appearing from the water, and I was just shocked. I was like, my God, did someone actually take a photo of God? This doesn't look like a painting, it looks like a photograph. I was just so shocked. And then I started reading it. And I liked the language, the Upanishadic language. I was like, wow, that antike, that duri, oh, it's not near, it's not far. I was like, amazing. And I read all the 18 verses. And I especially loved the 17th verse, which was the first shloka I kind of memorized on my own. Vayur anilam amritam atendam basmamdam shariram krato smara kritam smara krato smara kritam smara. I felt it so longing, it's so beautiful. So I memorized it. And then they add back of the book at that time. Amazing. I'm so grateful to the BBT publication for doing this. They put how to practice Krishna conscious at home. So then uh, they put, steps. You keep an altar of Radha Krishna photo. I was like, okay. So I found a local calendar with a photo of Radha Krishna. I cut that out, I laminated it. And then they said, keep a photo of Panchatattva. I said, this is going to be impossible. Never seen. I do not know how they look. What are they? So that was a time when internet was not so, it was there. We had internet, but not thing was not so online. And then they said keep a photo of Srila Prabhupada. So here I was a little apprehensive. I was like, I was very body conscious, caste conscious in one sense. Um, Thinking that Prabhupada is a Bengali guru. We are, so-called Malayalis in one sense. So I was thinking that No, no, if I had a guru, it would be someone from Kerala, like Sripad Adi Shankaracharya or someone, so bodily conscious in this. I could not accept Prabhupada at that time. Very unfortunate. So with Radha and Krishna, I was okay with it. Then they gave some mantras, which are offering mantras. I didn't realize it was offering mantras, but I like the Sanskrit. I did not memorize Prabhupada's pranam mantra, maybe because of my prejudice or my offense. But I memorized Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mantra, Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namni Gauratvise Namaha, in my own meter. And also Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagaditaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha, in my own meter. So these mantras, 17th mantra Ishopanishad and these two mantras, and I was equipped. And I got university admission. I went to university, and in university, so I do not know what is ISKCON. I do not know what is Vaishnavas. I do not know what is Gaudiya. I had no idea of anything, and I just read this much. That's it, without understanding. So when I went to university, I had my Radha Krishna photo. I do not know why I even kept it. I didn't. I don't think I accepted them as a supreme truth at that time, but I got, I was like, okay, so I kept it there. And one day in the canteen, I saw one of my batch. She this girl, her name is Benisha Ben Doshi. This Gujarati girl, big size Gujarati girl, and she was carrying a file with Radha Krishna photos. I was amazed. I was like, "You also worship Radha Krishna?" And she was like, "Yes, we are ISKCON Hare Krishna." I was like, "What?" And then she said, "We have a Gita class every this thing. Would you like to attend?" So I was like, yeah, sure. So I used to go with her. She used to pick me up and we used to go for the class. And then I met more devotees, more friends who later became my guides and my helpers, and those who really very, very much assist me in my Krishna consciousness. And we became very close friends. So I was shocked when I went to the program, and then I was like, oh, these are the people, these are the devotees which the book is talking about. Of course, I did not carry the book with me. I left it back in my hometown, and slowly I got in touch with devotees, and especially my senior and Pradaksha Guru, His Grace Srivas Chaitanya Prabhu, who was a dentist, family man, very dedicated to the mission of Lord Chaitanya, then and now as well. So he taught everything and amazing. I had a lot of, apprehensions when everyone would come and bow down. I would not bow down. When people would do their chanting, I would do it in my own yogic way, sitting straight and holding, kind of filled with pride. So that was my first introduction to Krishna conscious. I was about 19 years old at the time. I kind of always hope that I got connected even earlier, but anyways, this is still okay. And then I like the philosophy so much. I really appreciate it so much, and slowly I started thinking how I can commit myself more and more. And thanks to the help of my friends who stayed together, this and that, so I somehow continued. And I appreciate Atma Tattva, the science of soul, the most. And I felt in my life that, this is something that I really want to do. This gives me meaning. This gives me understanding. Everything else was very superfluous. It was like, does not make any sense. So, very just beyond comprehension. But this is like so real. So I felt that, this is what I wanted to do. And as I continued, I continued in university, and in university we started doing programs and preaching, and eventually, by the grace of devotees, I took up Kantimala and followed Sattvic diet and so on and so forth. We did many programs in around our university and different places in Malaysia. And at some point of time, we were in the temple staying also, and taking care of the main temple program in Sri Jagannath Mandir in Kuala Lumpur. Continued preaching. At some point of time, then I decided, that probably to go to India for brahmachari training. I was not so fascinated with the idea of going to India, to be honest. I did not like it so much, but I thought, let me go and give it a try. So when I came here, they put me in some kind of a residential program for 6 months to see if I can survive in India. I survived. Then I did the 1 year brahmachari training, and then afterwards, thought of coming back. I asked my seniors, but then there was a chance to study Bhaktivedanta Vidyapit, 2 years course of full Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita. This attracted me so much. So I asked permission from my Malaysian authorities, and our devotees, they gave me the thumbs up. And then I continued. After that, I asked them, should I come back after that 2 years? And they were saying that if you can, better just continue that. It's more conducive. So like that, I continued. Next thing I know, it's already, 11 and a half, 12 years now. So I guess that's how the journey happened. So it's really amazing. I did not plan for it. Growing up, I had so much. I mean, I still have a lot of material desires. I wanted to be a good big engineer, maybe get a good job in Germany or something, like a lot of money, big house, and this and that. Like everyone else has desires, but then I guess Krishna has given me a lot more now. So I'm very happy. Hare Krishna.